The Steelers are in a very interesting situation. They have a very talented roster with some obvious holes. They're in a tough division. They're still looking to make the playoffs, but there's a good amount of teams that get up as contenders before the Steelers get mentioned, and they'll be without their Hall of Fame quarterback Big Ben for the first time in nearly 2 decades. However, the future is still very bright with a great young receiving core, a stud in TJ Watt, but the person we're going to talk about today in this film analysis is their latest first-round pick, Najee Harris, running back out of Alabama. He has been exceptional, and in a league that heavily favors the pass, there are still running backs that you can build an entire team around. Guys like Jonathan Taylor, Derrick Henry, Christian McCaffrey, and some others, but I'm here to tell you Najee Harris is one of those guys. And moving forward in whatever I consider a mini rebuild, like the Patriots did this past offseason, they can make Najee a staple of their offense and be right back in title contention. So let's get into this film analysis with Najee Harris. We're going to talk about his ability in the run game, what makes him so special, but also how he doesn't fit the mold. If you watched yesterday's game, as I'm recording this, James Conner, big bruising backs can also be great receiving backs. We're going to see his impact in the run and the pass game in the film analysis. There's a lot to get into, so let's do it. So in this film analysis with Najee Harris, there's a lot of clips, so we're going to go through them rather quickly, but first we need to know he is 6'1", 230 pounds, so he is a big bruising back, but he also runs a 4.45. He has great speed, but we've seen people with great height and weight and speed not do that well. So you have to pair this with other things like great vision, great hands, and great cuts. So we're going to see all of this on this first play. So right away, we're going to see this, and with the bottom 10 offensive line, you're going to see it is absolutely clogged right away. So Najee Harris smartly is going to make this jump cut out to the right because there's nothing up the middle. He sees green light to the right, so he's going to do that. But oh, hi Roquan Smith, did not see you there, but he's going to plant his foot, make another cut to the left, and oh, there's a guy right there too. So maybe these Bears players have been beefing in the locker room, so we're going to be doing our best door impression, closing the door on them, making them hug it out, and completely split them again, making them hit each other, and then go pick up a 15-yard gain. But at the end of this run, you're going to see a common theme in this. Right now, here's the initial contact. Look at where he ends up. He's going to spin, keep driving his legs, fall forward for another 4 to 5 yards. That's what you have to do. You want to get your stats up behind a bad offensive line, you have to create yards on your own when nothing is there. And on this play, we're going to see more great vision from Najee Harris. And this is where I think he's playing chess and not checkers, because look at how these blocks are setting up right now. So he's looking downfield, he's seeing these blocks line up. He has a great job of having him sealed out right here. There is a lane right here, but this is where he's playing chess because he wants the most yards possible. He sees this free linebacker about to close this gap immediately and knows the potential of this play. So he's going to decide to kick it out even more, play with inside a phone booth, make a great cut, keep driving upfield, and again, after contact, keeps driving the legs, gets another 4 to 5 yards. So this is great vision, setting up his blocks. Even though the read was there, he made it even better and picked up probably an additional 8 or 9 yards. And this is where Najee Harris can put DBs, especially in some very hard situations. I mean, he's 230 pounds. He is a bruiser. He also, as we've seen already, has some great juke moves, and he has a 4.5-minute hurdle compilation at Alabama. So he can go around you, through you, or over the top. So when you're a DB coming up, this is going to be very hard. We're going to see this a few times in this. And right now, he decides to kind of break him down, see where he changes his hips. And Najee's able to beat him around the outside and take this DB for another ride. This time, he's going to take this DB for almost a 10-yard ride, maybe like 8 or 9 yards. And at this point, he's going to get super mad at the refs. Like, come on now. Come on. All right, can we get a flag? Can we start charging these guys for these rides? This is exhausting. I'm giving them free rides. Can we at least make them pay admission for this? They got a bag now with at least $1,000 a ride. I just took them for 8 free yards. And I'm going to let this one play through because you're going to see exactly what I mean and what puts the DBs in such a hard situation. Getting a closer look at this, this is absolutely perfect for him. Jonathan Abram actually does a really great job. He's breaking down, taking back the inside cut, using the boundary to his advantage, and he knows Najee Harris is either going to go through him, around him, or over him. He's standing up pretty straight, so you can't hurdle him. He's cutting off his cutback block, so he's not going to get juked out. But look what Najee Harris does. First off, he's going to extend the arm, make sure he makes contact first, and also make sure Jonathan Abram can't get a hand on him. And look at where Jonathan Abram is standing. He is straight up. Look at Najee Harris's leverage on this. He's gonna now, since he made contact with him, he can drive into him, use his leverage. Jonathan Abram is leaning back at this point. He has the contact because he made first contact, and he's just gonna be able to throw him to the ground. Also make a very nice spin move, pick up extra yards where he can get him, and finally get brought down after a great gain. And even though the Steelers' offensive line struggles, they do get some very nice holes for him sometimes. I tried to stay away from these runs if you want to watch his biggest highlights of the entire year, but I'm trying to show things that make him different. Of course, he gets some really good running lanes sometimes and is able to use his 4.45 speed, but a lot of running backs that run a 4.45 can just hit the hole hard. But this is what Najee Harris does. When he sees it, he doesn't hesitate. Arm tackles just doesn't even faze him. So he's able to get a great block, not really do too much. There's 4 or 5 Bengals players, but he's able to take them for a ride and just be a physical back picking up these extra yards. Also, again, on this play, there's nothing going for the run, bounces out, completely dekes out, makes the guy touch earth. That is just another great juke move by Najee Harris. Again, the hole he's supposed to run through isn't going to be there, so he finds the cutback lane. Again, another DB, a fortunate DB situation where he can do multiple things. Najee Harris just wants to make him feel this one. Gonna run right through him and pick up some extra yards. And this is going to segue us into the next part of the film analysis, is what he can do in the passing game, because just giving him the ball in open space creates so many good opportunities for their team. And just watch this on this play. So Big Ben trying to pick up the first down, gets it to him. As he catches it, right now he's approaching the first DB to come up. Right now he's behind the line of scrimmage. So what do you do? How do you fight through this? Again, as we've seen, he can break out. He makes a nice juke move, breaks this tackle, and boom, he makes contact right now. He's about 4 or 5 yards behind the first down marker, but look at his leverage right now. He's just going to keep driving and churning those legs. This is what makes him so special. You can just flip him out in open space behind the line of scrimmage. He can encounter 2 people before the first down marker, just completely juke one and outpower the other one to pick up a crucial first down. This is what makes Najee Harris the franchise running back of the Steelers. But I first got put onto Najee Harris's ability in the passing game in Alabama. When I saw this play, I could not believe it. Najee Harris in the backfield is going to fake it, kind of do like a little wheel route, and as we see this pass come in, look at this. Back shoulder, jumps up, turns and catches this. I mean, it doesn't get much more perfect than that. On this play, don't see Najee Harris's number 22 on this play. Picture number like 84, a wide receiver number. He plays this he even has like the cheeky little hand on the back, get the DB turning the wrong way, able to jump up, uses very nice vertical, catch it. And so his ability in the passing game is so underutilized, and I really want to see Matt Canada implement this more, because we saw James Conner have so much success with the Cardinals recently in the passing game. I mean, he has the most one-handed catches out of any player in the NFL as a running back, and Matt Canada didn't really use him in the passing game at all. So I really hope they can start implementing this more so in the future with Najee Harris, because he is a great receiving back. And when you think about great receiving backs in the NFL, you think of Christian McCaffrey, like Dalvin Cooks, Alvin Kamara. Just get the ball up with them in space, because they're going to be just as big as the linebackers, just as physical, but also have a huge advantage in agility. So just get the ball to him in open space. The first person is most likely not going to get them. He's able to turn a cut, get full speed, arm tackle, no, keep stumbling forward. I mean, just the ability to just get it to them in the open field and have plays break off like this. And again, like we mentioned earlier, keep taking people for free rides. He's going to have to start charging for admission eventually. And this is what I want to see a lot more of, because Big Ben loves to play in shotgun, loves to get the ball out quick. Najee Harris is going to be right here, and these are the things you can do with a running back that can catch routes like a receiver. So he's going to get the snap on 3rd and short, just a quick slant. He's going to catch the ball in a tight window between 2 people. That is just beautiful. Again, another quick route. This is going to be a terrible throw by Big Ben. Najee Harris is in the slot at the bottom of your screen right now, trying to pick up the first down once again, and he's just going to bail out Big Ben. This is a terrible throw. I mean, lead him his upfield shoulder so he can turn it and probably make something happen. But also, I would love, if this is an option route, I don't think it is just with the play design, but if this was an option route, I would love to see Najee Harris take the middle of the field in the slant right now, because look at all the room he has available. That is a touchdown. He's going to meet the safeties at the goal line more than likely, and then more than likely power through for a touchdown. But Big Ben's going to throw about an inch off the dirt. Najee Harris is going to snag it off the turf and get the catch for the first down. Again, just get it to your best player in space. Not going to work, and be an athlete, dive to the end zone. So it is super clear to me now that Najee Harris's ability to create stuff when nothing's there, the ability, especially with DBs, to go around them, through them, over the top, and makes him so special. He has great eyes, great vision, great athleticism, and his ability to catch the ball like a receiver. I want to see them, Matt Canada, put him more out in the slot, on the outside, and get favorable matchups, especially if they're in man coverage and he's going to have a linebacker on the top of him. That is just a mismatch. He's going to be able to do long routes, short, quick routes, just get the ball to him in space. And this is what I want to see the mini rebuild with the Steelers. I want them to go after an offensive line because this is going to be the easiest gig for a quarterback. They're going to have a great defense. If they just can build the offensive and defensive line, and defensive line not including TJ Watt or Cameron Hayward, but just people to be able to stop the run, I think that would be huge for this team. It's going to be a destination spot for anyone wanting to play in a great city of Pittsburgh, which is a huge, huge football town. So as you can see, the Steelers have a special back on their team. He is big, strong, fast, shifty, has great hands for a running back, and it seems like a guy that can handle 20 to 25 carries a game and be a 3-down back for years and years to come. It's hard to see him run behind such a terrible offensive line because some running backs come into the league with so much help, but even without the gaping holes that other players had, he still makes the most of it, and like I said many times, he just finds extra yards everywhere he goes. Can't wait to see what Pittsburgh does in their offseason to address their quarterback and offensive line, but all I know is number 22 is not going anywhere. But let me know what you guys think. I always think it's a little dubious to get a running back in the first round now, with you see that the offensive line is very, very important, and that any running back that's very good, every running back in the NFL is going to be good. But if you put them behind a good offensive line, you can get these running backs in the second, third, fourth round and have a lot of success with them. But guys like Najee Harris do not grow on trees, so I completely understand why they went out and got them. Hopefully they can keep them healthy throughout the season and then build the offensive line because they have a lot of great pieces. Earlier, I didn't even mention Freiermuth. He has been exceptional this year. Great young talent out of Penn State. But like I said, Najee Harris is very special. But I want to know what you guys think. Make sure to like this video if you like the content like this. Make sure to comment down below what you think of Najee Harris, and make sure to subscribe if you enjoy daily sports content. Super glad you guys found the channel, and if you're returning, thank you guys so much for the continued support. It really means a lot. And as always, I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Peace.